You could just, the flowers don't need an umbrella. Just you will need that umbrella.
Yes. And maybe the weather deters other people. You're going to get a great deal. You're going to get the best selection, right?
For sure.
Okay. But of course, the roads are going to be really slippery. And yesterday we got a little bit of moisture. And just as we expected, the amounts were light, less than 1/4 of an inch, or right at that amount. The rain reports in the past 24 hours in Porter Ranch, we had 0.28, Anaheim Hills 0.24, Temecula 0.20, Beverly Hills 0.20, and Oxnard 0.16. So we knew that yesterday was going to be showery. We're going to pick up the bulk of the moisture today, and it's already falling steadily. Now look at the amount of rain that we're going to be seeing. We're going to be seeing throughout the day just heavy amounts. It's going to start off moderate, and then it becomes heavy this afternoon and evening. And the rain could linger all the way through tomorrow. So look at these rainfall amounts. We're looking at accumulations from 1 to 3 inches for most areas, but in the mountains and foothills, there's a potential from 3 to 5 inches, possibly up to 7 inches. Now, if we take a closer look at what's going to happen around the burn scar areas, of course, that's a big concern. The Palisades fire could get about 1 3/4 inches once this is all said and done. The Eaton fire more than 3 inches, and over in the Bridge fire, we could see about 4.5 inches. So there's a big concern for mud and debris flow. Please be extra vigilant and heed the warnings of officials if you have to evacuate. And of course, we have the potential of seeing some flooded roads out there. So just a reminder to never travel into flooded areas or intersections. Just 6 inches of rain can stall a car, and it's hard to measure the depth beneath you. There may be some hidden dangers underneath that water. Plus, if you were planning to maybe go through that flooded road because you don't have any time to waste and you got to get to where you have to go, hey, if your car gets any damage, you're going to be dealing with more time wasted if you have to go to a mechanic shop. So just a little bit of food for thought. Now let's talk about those winds, because we have these gusty conditions in the mountains right now and in the deserts. You can see the I-5 corridor is windy. Same goes for Victorville. Amigos, have you ever tried to hold up an umbrella and then it's hard to keep it upright because of the winds? That's what we could be looking at this afternoon. Look at the wind gust futurecast, because not only are we going to see some strong winds in the mountains and deserts, but we could see some strong winds in lower elevations as well. Here we are at 4 p.m. looking at these southerly winds that are going to be causing some issues, a possibility for some downed trees, power outages. And the other thing is that these winds, unfortunately, they're going to be creating some hazardous travel conditions. So the afternoon commute, getting home from work, picking up the kids from school could be problematic for you. Here we are this evening. Notice how the winds diminish for some. They're still going to be pretty gusty over in the deserts and the mountains. And then tomorrow, the winds are lighter in comparison to today, but they're still going to linger along the coast and also for the mountains and in the desert. So keep that in mind. That is where a high wind warning and also a wind advisory is in effect. Now, let me jump into the 7-day forecast, because today is going to be the rainiest day. Tomorrow, scattered showers during the morning, and then it tapers during the afternoon. And then the weather slowly clears up Friday afternoon, evening, and into the weekend, where you see the sunshine returns and the temperature rebound. We'll have highs in the mid to upper 60s for the Basin Orange County. And next week, no rain in our forecast. Instead, we have a little warm up through the middle of the week on Wednesday, around 70 degrees. The valleys and Inland Empire will have 50s today, just a very soggy day, a soaker. Tomorrow, upper 50s, low 60s. We'll have some showers in the morning, and then during the weekend, 70s by Sunday, and then 70s for next week. The forecast in the deserts will be windy, and you'll have that rain. Same goes for our friends in the low desert. This time around, you're tapping into some moisture. The weather has been really dry there. And in the mountains, that's where the roads are going to be slippery. We could see some rock slides. The snow accumulation will be above 7,000 feet. That's where we could see a few feet of snow. The weather clears up by the weekend. That's your forecast, everyone. Now a check of the road. How's it looking out there, Robin?
Oh, my goodness. Every time I check the map and check the CHP page, Belen, there's another problem, another spin out. And this one is in Commerce. So we're going to check your drive on the 5. Just got word of an accident here, South 5 at Slauson Avenue, where a driver spun out. And then after it spun out, it was hit by another passing car that couldn't stop in time. So the left lane is blocked here, southbound 5 at Slauson, rolling into Commerce. So it's going to be slow a couple of miles there leading up to the scene. Northbound, the commute direction through Commerce and East LA, that's looking good. Right now it's holding at 13 minutes. 710, that's wide open out of Long Beach. 20 minutes to make it to the 10 and no issues at all for the 605. But the 105, a problem, more spinouts, big rigs, jackknife here, 2 separate big rigs, two separate locations. So one is after the Long Beach Boulevard exit. The other one is before you get to the Long Beach Boulevard exit. But it's a tight squeeze. So you have two crashes, two traffic alerts. They're stretched across several lanes of traffic, and you're getting by in the right lane only. This is the counter commute direction, so the backup is not that bad for now. That could change, but I need you to think about your commute and leave as early as you can. SIG alert here, North 5 at the 118 in Pacoima. What do you know? You guessed it. Another spin out involving a big rig. It's blocking the whole connector. You can't even get through. So consider using Laurel Canyon Boulevard as your alternate route. It's going to be a tough drive this morning and possibly a dangerous drive. So Adrian and Lynette, we're just encouraging people to slow down and be careful.
Yeah, it already is. All right, Robin, thank you very much.